Hello, welcome back to our channel. I'm Rupali Shah, a blockchain developer and your instructor at Newton School. So, in this video, we will be covering that how you can deploy one smart contract using another smart contract. And this is lecture 14 of the series Hello Solidity. So, let's get started. But before moving to the remix part and seeing the demo that is it possible to deploy a smart contract using a smart contract. Let me introduce you with the Newton School. It's an edtech company that allows you to become a web developer, and to become a web developer you just need to enroll the courses and you just need to learn from them. And the best part about this particular platform is this, that you don't have to pay any upfront fees, and after placement, after getting a placement which is also guarantee placement from 5 lakhs to 40 lakhs, you need to pay for your fees. So our new course for full stack development has just launched on the platform. So you can check that course from the link in the description. The first link of the description will land you to the website where you can explore about front full stack development course. So let's get started, and let's start how we can use one smart contract to deploy another smart contract. So this is the remix ID, and we are having lecture 14. So over here you could be able to see that we have already had this time two contract. One is factory and the second one is lecture 14. So this factory contract will help us to see that help us to deploy this lecture 14 contract. So first of all, we will be creating a function which will be deploying lecture 14 contract. So let's create a function, and this function will be having the name deploy lecture. And let's say that the constructor of lecture 14 is taking some values. So let's say that it's taking amount, basically uint, and this needs to be public. After creating it public, let's just start the body of the function. And over here we could simply have uh, few things, but before that we need to create an instance of this particular contract. So let's just copy this contract and let's just paste it. So this is the name of my contract which we are gonna deploy using factory contract. And let's create an instance. So let's say new leg, and within this function we will be saying that this new leg will be equal to new, this will be lecture 14. And okay, lecture 14, and this lecture 14 will be taking this amount with us. And this lecture 14 basically has a constructor constructor, and this constructor will be taking some values. So let's say it's taking amt, and let's give amt equals to amount which the lecture 14 will come up with. We will be creating one variable also over here. So let's say we have one variable a, and let's make it public so that we can access that particular variable afterwards, and we will be saying a is equals to amt. So this is a basic contract, this lecture 14 contract, which will be deployed by this factory contract using this function deploy leg. And this function, this particular line, so let me just this line will help us to deploy the contract. This will basically create this deploy helps to deploy. So the truffle, if you have used truffle, we know that the migration contract basically help us to create any new contract that we want to deploy using truffle. Same way we are doing this. So yeah, I just told you the base, that how you can create one contract or deploy one contract using another contract which is already deployed. So now we have the function, we have everything, but we need to also access the address of this particular contract. So for that, we will be having one variable which will be an array, because this factory contract will be deploying so many lectures, like so many lecture 14 contract. And let's say that it's an public variable, and the name is deploy contract, deployed contract, and contract. Yeah. And now we will be like saving the all the like addresses once it is deployed. So once it is deployed over here, we will be pushing all the addresses in our deployed contract. And let's just push the address of this particular contract, new leg. So to grab the address of any contract, we will be like passing the contract in address function. And yeah, we are good to go, I guess. Everything is set. So let's just compile. Yeah, it gave us a green check. And now we can move to the deploy side. And over here, we will be selecting a factory contract basically, and this factory contract will be deploying first. So once you have deployed the factory contract, now you could just go to your deploy contract. And over here, this, sorry, not deploy contract, deploy lecture, because our function is deploy lecture. And over here you need to pass some value. So let's say that we have passed 40. So let's just deploy it, and let's just see the result whether it just passed. Yeah, so now we will be accessing the zeroth index address, because this will be basically returning us the address of our newly deployed contract. And we will be loading that contract using this add address thing. This particular section help you to load any contract with the help of the address. So yeah, just select the contract which you want to access, and yeah, just click on add address. Now this lecture 14 will be like you can see over here, and once you just call this a, you will be getting the value. Now we will be also deploying some other instance of the same lecture 14 contract. So this time I want with the value 70. So let's just deploy it again. Let's just grab the address of our second lecture 14 contract. Let's just have that particular contract now. So over here, this is that particular contract, and this time it has a value of 70. So this is how you could like use the new keyword, and you can just deploy one contract using another contract. And to grab the addresses, you need to use this particular function. If we will be passing over here this, like this is referring the same contract, the factory contract, and with the help of this keyword you can grab the same address, like address of the same contract you are using. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video and learned something out of this, because it's very important to move step by step with Solidity. I know we are covering Solidity from a long time, and we have reached a point that now from the next video we can start developing some projects, some cool projects, full fledged blockchain applications, which is also referred as DApp application. And we will be sharing few resources very soon on the channel. So don't forget to subscribe the channel, like this video, and turn on the notification to get all the updates of upcoming videos and shorts, whichever you need. Like we also have a React series going on this particular channel, and React is also very important, because we will be using a Web3, Solidity, and React to create a full-fledged DApp application. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out the link in the description that will lead you to the full stack development course, and from there you could check the course details and you can grab all the information, deep information about Newton School. So thank you.